Watergate lawyer Nick Ackerman spoke with CNN Thursday after a late-night decision from the Supreme Court and said that former President Donald Trump is finally starting to face consequences for his actions. Take a look.
Nick, you call this decision a significant victory for the rule of law. Tell me why.
Well, I think because if you took it from Donald Trump's standpoint, he truly believes that the three people he appointed to the Supreme Court have to be loyal to him, that they owe him. He looks at it as kind of a quid pro quo type of arrangement that he's used to in business. The fact of the matter is, these Supreme Court justices stick to the rule of law. And in this particular case, what they did is they relied on the 1974 decision of U.S. v. Nixon, where Nixon tried to do the same thing and conceal his Oval Office tapes from the government, from the prosecutors, based on executive privilege. And here, what the court did was essentially adopt the same decision that was given on Nixon. I mean, this was history repeating itself.
Part of this came from the order, which was because the Court of Appeals concluded that President Trump's claims would have failed even if he were the incumbent, his status as a former president necessarily made no difference to the court's decision. What does this mean then, Nick, for all of the other people who were leaning on executive privilege to keep them from having to cooperate with the committee?
Well, I think it leaves them nowhere. I mean, there is no executive privilege that they can assert, because executive privilege, as the court said in the Nixon case, you can't use it for conversations in furtherance of criminal activity. With Nixon, it was in furtherance of the conspiracy to obstruct the Watergate case. Here, it's relating to basically a insurrection that was perpetrated on the Congress. And there's no way, under any circumstance, that any court is ever going to say that those conversations are legitimate executive privilege covered conversations. I mean, executive privilege relates to legitimate government business that the president's engaged in, most notably military actions, national security, and the like. So this is certainly why they're saying that it doesn't make any difference whether Trump is a sitting president or not. These conversations are not covered by executive privilege.
Ackerman continued explaining that the key piece of the case is that Donald Trump acted with a corrupt motive, and all of the courts are going to say that executive privilege doesn't exist in those cases. These documents will now show the intent of his words on January 6th. In the second impeachment trial, the prosecutors didn't have access to documents or people who could prove Trump was intentionally attempting to cause violence. He added, "This really is going to answer the question, can they make a criminal case on Donald Trump for obstructing Congress, which is an extremely serious federal felony, carrying imprisonment of 20 years. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to visit us at rawstory.com. And if you'd like to see more of the Raw Report, please like and subscribe, and join others who like their news raw too.